Welcome everybody to another YouTube exclusive Voice of Nick show. We're playing more Shadowrun Returns, and we're back in the main world here to solve the mystery. We're talking to Johnny and Fry about the case here. Or we can go buy stuff, but first let's talk. David looks almost as tired as you do. You can tell that this case has gotten under his skin like it has yours. Any luck in there? We found an exact match for the DNA, but it was linked to a dead chop shop assistant by the name of Silas Forsberg. Now, I have my theories, but what do you think is going on here, little Sammy? The DNA evidence doesn't belong to the killer. I guess that's still a possibility. You seemed pretty sure when we got here that it did. What about Silas's autopsy report, though? Anything stand out? The face was so mangled that they had to use dental records to identify him. Good catch. That matches up something I've been seeing runners try. It's easy enough to find a body shop that'll make a replica set of teeth for you. Find some schlub off the street that no one will miss, swap the teeth, and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Lucky I've never been that desperate. But why would he need to go to those lengths? Do the police records as something linking him to a different crime? He had a prior for unlicensed plastic surgery. True, wouldn't look too good on someone's record if they wanted to become a doctor. I think this is beginning to come together. The late Silas left all his belongings to a doctor. Dr. Holmes. Employment records have him as the administrator at Mercy Mental, and the picture on his file matches the person you saw downtown. The same person this DNA belongs to. All the evidence points to him being your killer, whoever he really is. I should go find this Dr. Holmes and ask him some very pointed questions. Please pay him my respects. I always find that high caliber rounds get the message across. You should clearly hire some friends to go load it for bear. I side-loaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star Matrix nodes. Here's your cut. That's very honorable of him to give us the money, even though we didn't know. You're not coming? I think my part here is done. You might want to go sticking your hand into the hornet's nest, but I'm a little more wary of the jobs I take these days. You need some hardware or software? I'll take a look. Alright, so this is all the same stuff. We actually probably are good on items like that. We have 6 points available. And our next karma is going to cost 10, I think? Or 9. It costs 10. Our next charisma, I mean. Yeah. Okay, well, nothing for it. Just gotta wait. Despite the hour, Buster is fastidiously put together another wrinkle-free stoop. He shows every indication that he's been up for hours, sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing objects of sinister matte black hidden beneath curls of straw-colored packing foam. The foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for Buster's immaculate suit. Just in time. I got a whole slew of new toys in from the supplier back east. Factory fresh and still smelling of their mother's gun oil. Maybe there's something in this batch that you'd be interested in? How long you been in the trade, Buster? Well, let's see here. I left Cal-Free on July 8th, 2038 at 6:13 in the morning. It was Thursday. From there I wandered a bit. Applied my skills as a merc in half a dozen different wars, official or otherwise. Never did take to run in the shadows like some of the boys I knew. Too subtle for my taste, I suppose. Surely there was no shortage of full-scale engagements to be had, so I didn't want for work. Might still be doing it today if I hadn't lost the arm. How'd you lose it? I was all so stupid. Some Azzies were lobbing smokers behind our lines, more to mess with us than anything. I decided to toss one back, and didn't it just figure out that one I grab ain't a smoker? I got it off, but only just barely. Shredded my old arm, but good. Got plenty of other scars to remember the moment by as well. But the arm was the big one. So take a word of advice from an old soldier. Make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now, if I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, how about we talk turkey? What can I get you? Damn, yeah, I still trust you. Alright, what do we got? Any better AKs or anything? This is a new type of assault rifle that does 12 damage. 36 capacity. The HAR. A specialist assault rifle used by Corp spec units. Slightly more accurate. I'm gonna say we go for this one then. Our current one does 10 and 28 capacity. This is 12 and 36. Let's buy it, baby. This Remington shotgun also seems pretty good. It's 12 and 4 capacities. 12 and 4 capacity. This is 18 and 8 capacity. A shotgun seemingly made for Shadowrunners. Well, how can I not buy it when you phrase it that way? Alright, so I think that's all we need. That's 2,000 even, plus we'll get the money from the stuff we sell back to him. So we want to put this in our main slot, and then this. Yeah, good. Okay. Now we're going to sell him our old guns. We get a decent payday for that, $787. So that means that we actually bought these for about $1,300. That's not bad at all. So now we have how much money left? 8,000. Good. Need some new armor? Ooh, is this new stuff? Ganger mask, I don't remember. What's my current armor? I can't see it. Oh, if I just look at the one that I already have. We have Salish Runner. Charisma +1, yeah. This is 2 armor, Charisma +1. Movement +1, throwing weapons, willpower, intelligence and decking, charisma and spirit summoning, intelligence drone control, intelligence drone combat, charisma spirit control, HP +3, quickness +1, HP +5. Taking off a dead ganger, which seemed like a good idea at the time. I like that. Okay. Let's do First Nation, I guess. The tribal uniform of the urban shaman grants charisma +1 and spirit control +1. The only problem is I don't have any need for spirit control. But it's, I mean, we still get the charisma for it, so. Cool. I like that outfit. Oh. Probably had to load in my new costume. So let's sell him our Salish Runner. There's nothing that benefits from having this, because it has worse armor and the same charisma. Let's sell this too. So we now have 7,600. There's a cockroach in my eggs. That's the protein boost. I'll have pancakes. Algernon looks the same as always, so much so that one may wonder if he ever takes time to eat or sleep. Perhaps his presence on this plane of existence is insubstantial enough that he isn't subject to such base needs, or perhaps he just does these things when no one's looking. Dark clouds surround you, my friend. But perhaps there is something I could provide that would help with whatever weighs so heavily upon you. What's new in the world of magic, Algernon? The spirits are stirring. Something has upset the natural order. There's something new. Different. I've seen some sick dreck lately. It might be what you mean. Algernon takes a hard look at you for what may be the first time. But this is the hard look of a magician, whose eyes pierce the veil of reality and burrow through a man's soul. I can see you have met with disturbing visions. But there is something else out there, something not born of life as other spirits are. Shaking his head, Algernon opens his clasped hands to you, as if begging forgiveness. Too often this world leaves us confounded. I pray I have not left you in such a state with my idle musings. Please, can I be of service of you today? Okay, yeah, we're probably not going to ever use any of this magic stuff. But I'm glad that I like that we can check in with the characters and they have different things to do and say. Just one glance is all you need to tell you that the doctor is exhausted. Her crumpled scrubs are stained with a mix of blood and other fluids too colorful to be naturally occurring in the human body. The good doctor's eyes are those of a person who has built up a substantial sleep debt and has no idea when or how to begin paying it off. I'm not one to talk, but you look like Drek. Afraid there isn't much I can do for that. Doc Castle snaps her fingers and calls forth the spirit normally seen perched on her shoulder. It appears from out of the ether, and the doctor immediately seems less fatigued than she was a moment before. Now what can I do for you? Everything alright here, Doc? Here at the Union? Yeah, I'm fine. Just getting back myself. Days here tend to be slow, so I volunteer at a medical center on the other side of Touristville, and I had a rough shift. What happened? What always happens. Some run or some deal, some meet went south, one thing led to another, etc., etc. I didn't hear all the details. All I really know is what came in on the lips of victims healthy enough to still speak. Apparently one of the Baron's gangs incurred the wrath of a local Solpa rings, leading to a rolling shootout through the city streets. Several bystanders were injured. The real mess didn't begin until the party crashed into the yard of an old industrial plant out on Hill Road. They went some sort of toxic spirit, which then began running amok, causing easily as much damage as the initial battle. And we were left to pick up the pieces, of course. But enough about my troubles, let's hear about yours. Tell me what ails you. Alright, so how many medical supplies do we have? 2 med kits. We're probably still good on medical supplies. Cyberware we'll probably want, though. Body +1. Movement +1. When triggered, you will dodge the first attack against you for 3 rounds. Wow, that's cool. Ooh, these are costing a lot of money now, though. That costs 5,000. Plus HP, +1 quickness. Plus 6 HP. Where do these go? This is in leg. I could put it in either leg. This is in arm. This adds +2 armor for body. But then I wouldn't be able to use these. This does seem pretty good. But I'm gonna say we don't need it right now, so let's do this one. Cyber leg. And now we will have 2 essence. 2.5, I guess. Can we remove items? I don't know. Cyberware causes essence loss. This affects the magic rating of your character, as magic is equal to essence rounded down. Magic is very important for spellcasters, therefore losing it, spell spots can be permanently lost. Yeah, we don't care about that. Shh, still sleeping in there. Change the damn channel. After my soaps are over. If you're looking for runners again, I'm your guy. Discreet service only. I gotta take care of some stuff first. So right now... Oh, hire runners. Okay, so we're like ready to do this. Let's check our equipment first. We're pretty good. Alright. So then we're ready to go on to the next mission. Ladies and gents, we've checked in with the Underground. Next time we're going to be hiring our crew and going out on our next mission. I'm excited. This game is really cool. I like the way that you control your team like that. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe on this YouTube channel. These episodes of Shadowrun Returns come out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 times a week. See you on the next one. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching.